Right, here we have my new robot head stroke Sentry gun type software, which I've just made. It's taken me about 3 or 4 days, I would imagine, at least solid. But I've got it sussed. What it does is you basically tracks movement and then plots an XY position, and then maps that onto a couple of servos here for XY, or you can use heavier current stepper motors here. There's one just knocked up to show you it there via this controller. Ignore the rest of that board, that is purely for the internals of my robot, which I'm building around there. Look. Okay, so what we do is we click on start over there, and then we select the USB web camera, in which case you'll see me in here holding the video camera. I'll move that out of the way slightly. Okay, and you'll see straight away that it comes up with the red dot, draws a circle around. There's various options of this. I've used a kind of biggest mapping system for objects. If you notice, it looks at my fingers as they all move around the outside, and it centralizes the target based on the movement of all of them. So if I just do 2 there, that's a bit silly, I know, but there you go, you can see what I mean. It centralizes between the pair of them. If I do 1, it should just lock onto that one fingertip, so it's pretty accurate. There's various other settings here for putting a gun sight on, so on and so forth. And then up here we can enable the Maestro controller 6 or 12, so you can use 6 to 12 servos on this. Hear them start twittering down there, look. And you'll see in the background, as I move my hands, they then follow. They then try to track the motion, and it's actually pretty accurate and pretty fast. You can also set up here to activate the stepper motor there. Again, if you want to use basically much bigger motors to lift something, I'll turn that off because it's noisy. But that one there can lift up to about 10 kilos or more, so easy enough for a decent XY position if you make your own apparatus, or you can gear it down. It can obviously lift a lot more than that. And on the screen here as well, we've got colour tracking, so it takes a map of the last colour. It's not going to work too well on black and white, but I'll try anyway. And then you can tune it like this. You'll probably see me starting to appear. The camera's pretty poor actually. There you go, you can just make an outline where it narrows it down just to particular colours. You can see it jumping around quite nicely there. If I hold still for a second, there you go, and wave at it again, it tracks. Now, I was looking for ages to find the XY coordinates. There they are there, you can see them changing along with the RGB code it's detecting. There's the variance slider which affects that. You can use that if you want to track object by colour as it passes the screen. Or you can set your own filters down here, down there, or we can do predetermined ones like facial for skin recognition and so on there. And then over here you can actually calibrate the stepper motor controller in case you're using gearing. So for instance, if you want the motor to turn 10 times when it, 10 pixels equals 10 times and so on, or 10 degrees, then you might have some sort of gear ratio where you're 10 to 1, you might want it to turn 100 times to give you much more accurate positioning. And down here you have the calibration settings for the Maestro, including an auto trigger type thing, which I'll click on, you'll see what it does. It's just a machine gun type sound which represents obviously the triggering effect. I'll turn that off because it can be annoying pretty quick. And that's it really. I'm going to update it again soon. If you want a copy of the software, just drop me a message or something. I'm going to create a blog for it so you can download it yourself if you want to, because it's pretty cool and you can make a lot of useful things of it.